first level, second level, third level, all got, beers, drinks in their hands. I don't know if there was a sober person there that day, but that's
Definitely
Philly.
not. Definitely not. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know if there's a sober person in all of Philadelphia.
yeah.
Yeah, this is our jam.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode and another week of Toonen to Dillon podcast. We appreciate you, all the new listeners, subscribers, and everybody being real active on social media. We really appreciate you guys. And Eagles coming off a last-minute win.
Crazy.
Crazy weekend in football.
I mean, how many block kicks were there this weekend?
I don't know. I know we had two, and it was apparently it was the first time it's happened in the Eagles game since exactly 50 years before, to the day.
Really?
Back-to-back field goals. Yeah, 50 years ago to the day. So
I mean, it was electric, man. Like you kind of had a sense that there was going to be an opportunity because of for the second one at the end of the game there because of the first one. But man, bro, the boys just pushed through. That was crazy.
You put two of them Georgia dogs together and tell them to go block something.
Hey, that's why you invest in the trenches, man. That's why you do it. You just go
Hey,
block
man.
that football. And then the Jets had one for a touchdown at the end of the game too, which was crazy. Like the Vikings had two defensive
Browns.
touchdowns. Yeah, I mean it was the Browns. I mean their block kicks. It was a wild weekend. I wish I was a little bummed I didn't get to enjoy Red Zone because that would have been a great Red Zone day. But I think Philadelphia might have come up on the size or what is it the Richter scale for seismic activity because
it was rocking.
that was rocking. I was one of the coolest NFL experiences I've been a part of. So yeah, I was in Philadelphia. Was able to catch a flight at last minute, which is a lot of fun.
Catching flights.
It was pretty cool. It's always fun when you get to get an extra weekend to hang out with your brother-in-law, sister, and your nephew, which was a lot of fun. Then go watch the Birds in an excellent game. But
Hey, Will,
fun, man.
you're good luck right now. You're good luck so far.
I am.
We're 2-0 when you're in the building. So
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I'm 4-0 in NFL games, which is crazy to say because I think there's only been 3 weeks, right? So
yeah.
I haven't lost a game yet.
People are about to start betting the Will whereabouts. Forget the line. Just like
The Will whereabouts parlay.
Where is Will?
Yeah, I just got to start putting on my story, boots on ground.
Boots on the ground.
Let the people know I got the boots on ground. But man, dude, Philadelphia, never a bad time.
You did a little exploring this time.
I did. We were at the Four Seasons bar, which was a really cool experience. Like one of the coolest bars. I think the building was built in like 2019. I don't know how many floors it's up. But
Yeah,
the elevator, I mean, makes your knees buckle a little bit when you're going up to the top floor. And then, so that was really cool. And then after, I'm walking back to the Rittenhouse Square area where, we hang out. And I bumped into some people. They're like, "Hey, where are you from?" Like, they're very friendly, brotherly love. And they're like, "We're going to McGillin's." Well, turns out that McGillin's is the only bar that I know of in Philadelphia because I was there with my parents. I was like, "I love McGillin's. I'll go with you guys." So we went to McGillin's, had a couple there, and then ventured my way back. But man, yeah, Philadelphia, great time on a Saturday night. Highly recommend to people.
I love it. Man,
Had Shays again too.
Dude, the energy was it's been great. I think everybody anytime you win here, the Victory Monday, it's like throughout this city. Like the vibes are just high everywhere. I went they had like the farmers market today. We're walking around, you're hearing the Go Birds, you hear the Eagles car driving around playing the Fly Eagles Fly song.
They're making a screeching sound too. There's just a bird. There's a car that drives around that just makes bird noises, like just throughout the city. Eagles noises, but it just echoes throughout the city. All of a sudden, it's like it's like crazy.
Hey man, you always got to be ready. Always representing. Nah, dude, Philly's awesome. I'm on the lookout right now. You found your favorite bar so far. I'm on the lookout for the best bagels. I know New York, New Jersey are the bagel capitals, but we're in Philly, and Philly has great food, which we've talked about before. But I'm looking sometimes I'm just craving a bagel, or like on an off day, and we go for an early walk. Gab's big on the coffee. I want like a little bagel, and sometimes I like the lox. Sometimes I like cream cheese. And I do know pop-up bagels. That's coming to Philly. I know that's a big deal. So that's not here yet. But everything I've heard, everybody's been saying Kettle Black. It's a spot, and I think I don't know, like there's a line out the door, Will. So
Really?
at some point, it's not like I got to get over there. I got to see for myself because sometimes it could be overhyped. I don't know. But everything I've seen said like these are the go-to bagels. So if you're from Philadelphia and you're in the area, you let me know if Kettle Black's a real deal or not before I go out there next off day.
It is. I mean, yeah, you guys. There's so many cool food spots. Obviously, the cheesesteaks. We're not supposed to call them Philly cheesesteaks because
Yeah,
we're
they're
in
just
Philly.
cheesesteaks.
They're just cheesesteaks. Okay. But yeah, man. So okay, I gotta know though, how awesome was the experience of that block kick on the sidelines? Did you go rush the end zone? Were you down there like
Yeah,
hype up the boys? What was your first
yeah.
reaction? 'Cause
No,
I saw
I did.
Kurtz's reaction was kind of interesting. Like he didn't like
Yeah.
react.
Yeah, bro. So I saw it blocked, and at first he picked up the ball and like, go down, go down, go down. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like in the game, God forbid something crazy happens. I'm like, go down, go down, go down. And then I'm like, all right, he's got it. And I start to take off, and then like the situation awareness or whatever you want to call it, like I'm starting to think, oh no, we're rushing the field. I don't have a helmet on. This could be a flag. Don't let
Hmm.
me be the guy to get it called back. I'm like, oh no, the game's over. So I checked the clock. And
Yeah.
then I ran in there and celebrated with the guys. But
Damn, that's
that's great. I mean, there's been few moments like that where like it's just been like out of this world, just so crazy. I'd say three in the NFL that I've had. That one, I want to say 2021 against the Bengals when we went into like two or three overtimes.
There's like six kicks.
Yeah,
Six.
six missed kicks, like the 2-3 overtimes. It was like a 5 hour game or something like that, four and a
Yeah.
half hour game. And then also maybe 2021 when we went to San Fran and
Yeah.
Rodgers had that like last minute 2 minute drive, and then
Just
Mason
like
hit a
30
long field goal.
seconds. He like
Yeah,
threw the ball
Mason
with
Mason hit a crazy field goal to win, and we all like those three are just like that's football. Like that's why I don't know. You
better
can't get
than
that. You can't if you could bottle that up and sell it, you would be the richest man in the world.
is it better to win a game like that at home or away? Which is more fun or more enjoyable?
Got to be at home. Got to be at home. I mean, every video, like obviously I know the feeling, but then the aftermath, you get in the locker room and you get to celebrate, especially with it being a 1 o'clock game. Like you
Hmm.
always got family, like you're in town, you're
Yeah.
still able to hang out, have dinner. But the videos of just everybody in that stadium, every perspective you got from people in the suites, from people right on the field, all those videos are just everybody jumping. Like that is just,
It
it's
just limbs, man. Just limbs
always
are
cool to
flying
silence a
everywhere.
place. Like when we beat Kansas City last week, it was cool to silence them. But to go out there and do it this week, that was a lot of fun. But hey, Will, you're not the only Will on the call today, and the people are going to be much more excited to hear from this guy.
Whoa.
We got the legend, Will Shipley in the building.
What's happening, Will?
What's up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Doing
We're
good,
doing
man.
good. We're doing well. So we're obviously studying up on you. I feel like I know you pretty well, but I didn't really know and about all the taekwondo, lacrosse. I didn't know. I know your brother played lacrosse. I didn't know like you were a 5-star lacrosse recruit.
Yeah, back in the day, but Taekwondo was, I guess, technically my first sport. And then, my parents got my brother and I both into that early on. I think more so for like the discipline reason and, listening to somebody else and also just moving around, getting some of our energy out. And then, I was trying to start football at 6 years old, but I ended up missing the age by the month of August pretty much. I think it was August 1st, and I'm late August. I'm August 29th is my birthday. So my parents were like, all right, we got to figure out something to get him into, and then that's when they put me in lacrosse. And yeah, pretty much played all the way up until my junior year of high school. But it's funny because my brother taught me how to play football. I really taught him how to play lacrosse, and then we ended up switching it up and playing the other in college. He played lacrosse at UPenn. I went to Clemson, played football there. So, yeah, that's just a little background. But Yeah, I was all right at lacrosse for sure.
What were you playing? Were
Well, North
you
Carolina,
pole midi,
South.
long pole midi,
Nah, just two-way midi. Two-way
two-way
midi.
midi? Okay, okay.
I faced off here and there. I kind of did everything, to be
You had
honest.
the endurance for it then.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Uh,
no attack.
No, but I love scoring goals, though. I love scoring goals. But I couldn't only be on the offensive side. I love playing defense too. So
I played lacrosse 2 years of my life, junior and senior year of high school, and it was, I think, the one sport that we were the worst team in the state. We were like the Bad News Bears of Wisconsin lacrosse, and it's a lot of we had a lot of Native Americans on our teams too, and we had some individuals who were a little hot-headed. I think top 5 leaders in penalties. I think we had 3 of them on our team.
there you
A
go.
lot of ejections. It was a new experience for me, a lot of fun. But the sport itself is a ton of fun. We battled. We won. We upsetted the private school. That was a highlight moment. It's always cool when the Green Bay Rebels can pull some off like that. But
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know they had lacrosse in Wisconsin. I've never seen anybody playing lacrosse ever when
it's
I've
a
been out
huge
there.
it's a huge Native American sport. So it's a big
Is it really?
deal for a lot of the tribes. Yeah. And then a lot of the private schools, as you can imagine, like the Madison schools and Milwaukee schools, bigger cities are better at it than most. How's Carolina lacrosse?
It was good.
Trash.
It was it was growing as I was growing up. It's a predominantly northern sport. So, we had a summer team called Team Carolina that pretty much just took the best players from South Carolina and North Carolina and combined them all in one. And we would travel up north over the summers, whether it was Philly, Long Island, Baltimore, Delaware, and just play whatever teams we could. And so we had a pretty good squad when I was growing up, and we had a lot of fun with it too. But if you're looking at kind of players that came out, went to college, all that, you're not looking at too many from North Carolina, to be honest with you.
Is North Carolina considered the South or is it East Coast?
Yes, no, it's the South for sure.
It's
Yeah,
the
I
Bible
think,
Belt.
I think it's the. I mean, I always considered it the South,
I
and
feel like it doesn't like the South doesn't start until you get a state that has South in it, like South Carolina, and then from below on it's all the South.
well, it was the Carolinas, and then they just had to split it up into North Carolina and South Carolina. You see what I mean? You see what? No, but I see what you're saying.
Will, what do you think? Will, what do you think?
I mean, I'm pretty.
Like if you're
Honestly,
looking at the map, if you're
like
really looking at the map, is
if
like
I'm looking
North
at the
Carolina the South?
So I'm a history guy, so I'm gonna say that it splits like right in the middle of Virginia that's where people decide between where the North and the South is, and then like northern Atlantic coast, that's the East Coast, and then yeah, then it's like 'cause it's like a different like coastline too.
Yeah. I just think of the South as like Louisiana and the Bayou. And, you know.
That's definitely the deep South for sure.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
okay.
deep South. What would the opposite be for the North then? Like what is Wisconsin?
The frozen tundra.
The top North.
The tundra.
Oh, that is crazy. Hey, so when did you decide, or like when was it? You're five star lacrosse athlete. You're ranked number 2 in football, running back in your class, ESPN.
Crazy.
So it's like, I mean, you're doing it all. When did you decide? Was it more just like, hey, I can kind of take this further, like football versus lacrosse, just in like the way that it is, like professionally, or did you just come to love football a little bit more in like high school?
I think a little bit of both, to be honest. I knew early on with how early lacrosse recruiting is. I was getting recruited in like 7th, 8th grade with offers, like committable offers. Guys were committing in 8th grade. So, I knew that was going to be, an option for me. But once I got my first offer, and I knew I always loved football more, it's just, I guess, scoring touchdowns and doing all that. It just always brought me so much more joy. So once I got that first offer after my freshman year, then, yeah, I knew it was going to be all football. It was just whether or not, that opportunity was going to present itself. And, God willing, it did. And from that point on, I knew that I was going to go play college ball for football instead of lacrosse.
Was it always Clemson? Was Clemson always
No, it was Clemson really came on late, I would say. They always offer kids later than the norm. Coach Sweeney always told me, like, I don't want to give someone an offer until they can drive a car, So once you get your driver's license, you see some kids nowadays getting offered in 8th, 9th grade, and whether those are committable or not. But, so it was kind of just tough. It was a tough decision. It was between Stanford, Notre Dame, and Clemson. But for me, it was right during 2020, so it was COVID. Like, I had 3 visits lined up to those 3 schools back to back to back. Clemson just happened to be in early March, and then Notre Dame and Stanford were both on the back half of March. So I think my Notre Dame visit was supposed to be on like March 20th, and COVID really hit or struck, between March 14th and March 17th. Yeah. Like all those visits were canceled, and
damn,
it was kind of just like the recency bias, like where had you been last? Yeah. And Clemson was closest to home, being from Charlotte, so everything kind of just fell in that direction, and I'm ultimately glad that it did.
Did you go down the slide on your recruiting visit?
Yes. Yeah, the whole fam went down. It's a great selling point. It's a great selling point for sure.
Did you know what I'm talking about?
I know. I remember when they came out with that thing. I was like,
they were one of the slides. So is that why they got one, or just?
I'm not sure actually the origin of it, but I do know, like, we use it every day, pretty much.
Just going on the slide. I would too. I can't hate.
We go straight from meetings, pre-practice meetings, and then straight, like, it goes right into the locker room. So I mean, it really does have use for sure, but it's
got to be built heavy duty then, right? Because you got some big fellas going down that thing like.
Hell yeah, and it slides. Especially like if you catch it the day after they clean it. You got to be careful. You really do. I mean, we never had any big injuries, thank God. But I mean, you'd see one of those O linemen, get on there, and you're thinking in your head, slow down a little bit, especially when you get near the bottom. But
have you seen some wipeouts?
Oh, big time. And probably the worst wipeout I ever saw. And I think she broke her leg. But
oh my gosh!
Yeah, no, real deal.
Like a Boston slide.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was my sophomore year, and you always got recruits coming in and out the building, and this recruit brought his mom and his dad, and they all wanted to go down. The recruit went down, the mom went down next, and she just wiped out. I'm talking was going way too fast. You're at the water park and you like grab the pole and really go, like, that's exactly what she did. And yeah, it was a whole emergency. Like a bunch of people from the medical side had to like come and take care of her. I don't know if she really broke her leg, but she was yelling, screaming. So,
oh my God.
That was the worst story that I was ever a part of. But I mean, that was, it rarely happened. You just kind of got to have some athletic ability.
You don't have to say any names, but did he commit?
No, I don't think he did. No, because I was never teammates with him, so I don't even know.
You can't commit there, bro.
I feel like, that car ride home is like, never, can't show face again.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, so you talked about it a little bit. Obviously, your senior year, you COVID happened. You didn't really did you even have a senior season of high school?
I didn't.
No, canceled.
That sucks.
And then, so you get to college and you're coming off of COVID, kind of craziness going on. And we'll get into current Clemson in a bit. But, I mean, that Clemson team is rolling. It's a pipeline for a little bit now. So what was that like? Not like getting to college, but kind of joining a team that, is coming off some really, really good seasons with obviously a ton of guys in the league. What was it like kind of just joining that and your time at Clemson? I know you left early as well.
Yeah, it was a big reason why I chose Clemson. They had been to 6 out of the last 7 college football playoffs and had won, I think, the last 6 ACC championships, 5 or 6 ACC championships. And, that's exactly kind of what my high school career looked like. I won three state championships. Lacrosse was kind of the same. And,
Here, I'll gloat for you. We got the stats. 44,173 rushing yards on 503 carries, 1,411 receiving yards on 84 catches, and 80 total touchdowns in 3 years in high school. Not a bad resume.
Yeah, man, it's memorable for sure. As I'm sure, anyone at this level probably had a pretty good high school career. So I was fortunate enough to, but I think just getting that taste of winning like really led me towards Clemson, and like you were talking about the pedigree that they had kind of accumulated at that point. Now, with that being said, I got there after the 2020 Sugar Bowl. We lost to Ohio State, I believe it was, and it wasn't a pretty game. I remember I was a part of the team meeting after the game because I was an early enrollee, so I got there in January. I was a part of that team meeting. It wasn't a good team meeting, and it kind of set the tone for what it was going to be. And we never really kind of had that success that was a huge reason of why I went there. And I don't regret it. I don't regret going there. I don't regret my 3 years, but I think that God just has a funny way of making everybody's journey make sense. And that was to do my 3 years at Clemson, not feel as successful or kind of get that taste of winning as much as I wanted to, and then having a huge decision of whether or not to leave after my 3rd year. And he ultimately led me to that decision of what I needed to do. And then I found myself, winning a Super Bowl in year 1, and everything kind of just makes sense at that point, right? And it's really a cool testimony, not just for myself, but for everybody that, adversity comes here and there. Decisions that you make may not seem like the right ones, but I think for everybody, if you stay true to his path, you're going to look back and appreciate the adversity that he put in front of you, and the reward that you're going to reap later on.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't have said it better myself there. And I mean, your first year. I remember my first year in the league. Obviously, it was COVID and everything, but we went to the NFC Championship, and we were number 1 seed, 13-3. We're rolling. And this one's going to be tough for Will and any Packer fans to hear too. We lost to Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. If you're going to lose to somebody, lose to the GOAT, whatever. We lost to Tom Brady.
That was terrible.
It was tough. But I remember just wow, you really have nothing to compare it to. It's just all right, this is what we're doing every year. Next year we were number 1 seed, 13-3. But I remember, obviously, Tampa Bay won, and a guy in my agency who I was a lot closer with at the time, mutual friends and everything. But I remember Antoine Winfield, who's a heck of a player. We're actually playing Tampa this week, obviously, and he's a dog. But I remember he won. It was a similar thing as his rookie season gets the Super Bowl. I'm like, man, what a feeling. So what was rookie season's always the longest, and I'm sure you feel it, and maybe even are just now getting a breather because you're just going from training to the combine to all throughout the season, all the way to the Super Bowl. But what was that celebration like? We had Ben on, Ben Sumerin, a couple weeks ago, or I guess a couple months ago, and he said that the Eagles could have solved world peace with just the vibes of the parade. So what was that? I guess that week, that game, and just ultimately coming back as a rookie, being part of the parade. What was that energy like? What, if you could?
Yeah, no, I think Ben nailed it, on the head. To be honest with you, it's just what we were able to accomplish, and the adversity that we went through. For me as a rookie, I'll tell you about week 12 or 13, I hit a wall. there was no doubt. You go straight from your college season to combine training, to the anxiety that comes with the draft process, finally getting your name called, straight into mini camp, OTAs. It's a hectic process, and I found myself, I think it was week 11 or week 12, like really hitting a mental wall, and just having to lean on my guys, lean on the vets, all the player development people to kind of help me through that. But I look back at that, and it was all worth it, because the week leading up to the Super Bowl, being in New Orleans, and just seeing the excitement that everybody had, but also really just the serenity of the moment, and how confident we were in ourselves for it to all come to fruition, and end the way that it did. Having my wife and my childhood friends on with me, on the field with me after the game, with all the confetti coming down, like, it truly is just memories that will forever last. Whether you got it in picture frames or not, it doesn't matter, because they're engraved in your brain at this point. And that's the type of memories that were created. And it was special. Then you go to the parade. I mean, that deserves a story for itself. I mean, it's just like, oh, it was a sea of green for like 3 or 4 miles. I mean, you couldn't look anywhere, see anything. There was parking decks. They were, sitting up, first level, second level, third level, all got, beers, drinks in their hands. I don't know if there was a sober person there that day, but that's
Definitely
Philly.
not. Definitely not. I don't know. I don't know if there's a sober person in all of Philadelphia.
Yeah, you're right in saying that. But yeah, it was just such a fun time, and I think it kind of just brought the emotions from the whole season all together for everybody. The fans, the players, upstairs, like just everybody that puts in all that hard work, it kind of just brought it all together. So yeah, dude, it was special. Just like I said, memories that will last a lifetime, and shoot, even beyond that, honestly.
For sure.
That's really cool, man. That sounds fun. Do you have a most memorable part of the run?
For me,
No pun intended.
yeah, I think if we're talking on the field, NFC Championship game was just really cool for me, because it was like I didn't know when or if at all I was going to get like any sort of opportunity really in my rookie season, and then that popped up, and I was able to make a play on special teams, also offensively. But if I had like one thing that always pops into my head, it would definitely be just being on the field after the Super Bowl with my wife, and that confetti coming down, and I got like a newspaper. It just says champs on it, and
Yeah.
that's the
Straight out of like Madden from back in the day.
exactly, yeah. That's like what comes into my mind every time that I think about it. So yeah, I'd say that's the most memorable for sure.
I love it. And
Hey,
I mean,
hey,
yeah, you mentioned kind of awesome season finishing up last season, but also like your adversity at Clemson, and now you started off this year. You're coming back. I know I've seen you in the building. You grind the recovery more than I've ever seen anybody attack it, and like that's the right way to go about it. I do, and I know all Eagles fans and all the listeners are excited to get you back whenever that is. We're not allowed to do any spoilers here, so excited for it though. Excited to get you back out there on the field. But let's talk some recovery, and this is something we talk this all the time, Will. And I've been trying to tell Will Toonen, my brother here, about the mouth tape, the nose tape. Educate the people a little bit, because you're putting me onto this stuff. I subscribe to the mouth tape and the nose tape. I am a firm believer. I try to do it every night.
Yeah, so I'm so glad you brought this up, because like I'm very passionate about this, and just finding like whatever edge that you can have. But ultimately, I've been on the nose strips essentially since college, and I really started wearing them for athletic performance purpose. And on the field, during games, I would start wearing them, and then I thought, like, why wouldn't I just be doing this during bed and honestly like walking around during the day. So I don't wear it into the facility. But you can usually find me on days off or, walking around the house with either a nose strip on. I know intake has gotten really big the past couple months. So I use that. And then, my mouth tape goes right along with it. I don't sleep without it. And I know AJ was asking me, like, you got to be a perfect condition guy. And, like, no, I don't have to be. But if I have the ability to, like, I'm going to do it. So without getting too long-winded, I'll just give you all the rundown. So nose strip, mouth tape, eye mask, blackout eye mask. I'm not a believer in blackout curtains because I believe waking up to sunlight. So, I think that's a great way to get your circadian rhythm in sync and just for you to wake up, not feel groggy in the morning. But also in my room, I sleep with a sound machine. I choose rain. My wife likes thunderstorms. So we'll kind of go back and forth between the two. And then a Shark air purifier and also a air humidifier. So yeah, that's pretty much from top to bottom. And
don't forget the nightlight.
Yeah, no, don't. No nightlights involved. Only the beautiful natural sunlight when I wake up in the morning.
Hey, man, that's awesome.
Hey,
I'm gonna say Trey has the same exact routine. Did you? My nephew AJ's son. Did you have a important bedtime routine growing up too, or is this something that you just adapted in your adult years?
Yeah, I was really bad at sleeping when I was young, to be honest. I was one of those kids, I wanted to stay up, texting my friends, playing video games late. And, my parents didn't have too strict of rules unless, I had a game the next day or something. So, yeah, I was honestly a bad sleeper when I was younger. And then even in college, I really was. I think I would say I really locked in with it after my last year of college. And I was like, all right, I read some studies, I saw some stuff just about how important it is, how sleep is truly, the best performance enhancing drug that you can do legally. So I was like, I'm going to lock in with this. And once I started doing it and I truly saw the drastic differences, I was like, why would I not be doing this to the best of my ability? So, kind of progressed over time from being really crappy at sleeping to, I think, getting pretty darn near perfect as I can be.
Hey, bro, I'm just imagining your house. You ever watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I'm just imagining your room as Sandy Cheeks, a little bubble under. Hey, no, you're gonna outlive us all, bro. You're gonna outlive us all for sure.
Are your dreams just crazy when you do that too?
Oh yeah. No, the dreams, and then AJ, you a sleepwater guy?
Only on planes, playing
Okay.
right back from a game.
Yeah, no, I can respect that. I usually try to only do it 2 times a week, but yeah, I pretty much have a dream every night during sleep. But when I take those sleepwaters, I don't know what it is in those things. It's different sort of dreams. It's
Bro, I
just
can't be on those.
you're fighting the grand warrior, and you're it's some crazy stuff. But yeah, the dreams are always good, and I love that, to be honest.
The dream water puts me in too deep a REM. I can't get out. It's a bad combination. I drink those. I drink half the bottle. I'm I just need to close my eyes.
There's a ton of melatonin in that.
Yeah, I think so. And some other stuff.
I took melatonin one time and I was on a plane. I almost caught myself on a no-fly list, dude. I woke up I was dreaming. I know I was just dreaming way too hard, just twitching, sweating my ass off. I can't do that stuff, man. That stuff is too much.
You're a sleepwalker too, so I feel that would be a terrible combo.
I just woke up strapped down like Wolf of Wall Street. What happened, Donnie?
You're trying to fly the plane.
Yeah.
You gotta get us home.
Sleepwalking is scary though.
Dude, terrifying.
This guy's got stories.
All right, let's hear one. We'll keep it one, but just give me a. It
Oh
is
man, dude.
crazy, but give me one. I got
It's okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's when I'm drinking. Like when I have too many beers,
Yeah.
I sleepwalk to go find the bathroom.
gotcha. Okay.
You got tell them about Disney. in
On the spot.
PG version.
All right. So so yeah, we had fun in Epcot, um, and all of a sudden, like, I mean, I don't remember this, but I was sleepwalking, and I was sleepwalking towards. We had two bedrooms. It was like bedroom over here, other bedroom over here, and then there was
Sweet.
it was the suite, yeah. So like, and then like Trey was in like kind of like this closet area, like a den kind of where the crib was. He was like 1 year old,
Yeah.
and Gabrielle wakes up AJ hitting him. There's someone going after the baby. Like, come on, you can't have this happen, you know. And AJ like wakes up like gonna kill me, like gonna kill this intruder. I have my hood on, and he's like, ah, you know, like. And apparently I was trying to find the bathroom, and I wasn't finding the bathroom.
Oh
Bro,
my gosh.
he like snaps to like I'm you know when you wake up from like out of your sleep you're not really getting anything, so Gab's tapping me, somebody's in here, I'm like, nobody's in here, and then I see somebody walk by and they're headed to Trey's crib, and I like stuff's not processing yet, so I hop out of bed, I'm ready to fight. And like Will's starting to walk toward me, I'm ready to throw a punch, and Gab, it's Will.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Almost got dropped, dude.
Headspace. So then what? Did you wake him up? You just woke him up?
Yeah, Gab just like walked him back to his room. He was fine. He did, yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
figure out a solution for that. Yeah.
That'd be a crazy cocktail, though. Dreamwater cocktail, a little nightcap.
That'd be a disaster, bro. I'd be crawling.
All right, I do. I know we're running on a little time here. I do want to talk a couple more recovery things with you.
Yeah,
I know this is important.
I'm good
important
on
for
time.
you. If anybody wants to know Will Shipley, you got to know the recovery.
100%.
I want to talk Goda.
Yeah.
I want to talk grounding,
Love it.
and I'll let you do it, but because you know exactly all the benefits and stuff. But we've been doing grounding. I've been joining. Will puts me on to all this stuff. You know, trying to better the body.
Yeah. So, like I said, you just try to find that little edge anywhere. And so what AJ is referring to, one is grounding, ultimately just getting barefoot and getting to the earth. I prefer to do it on grass. Essentially, it just matches the frequency, gets your body, your nervous system. It allows it to calm down, which is really when all the recovery process can begin, is when your nervous system feels comfortable. So that's why I do that. And also why I do it is to strengthen the foot, which leads me right into Goda. So Goda is essentially a functional pattern mindset that the body is designed to move in a certain way. And while I will, state here publicly that I do not agree with every single thing that Goda puts out there and that they believe in, I have, trained Goda for going on 2 years now and really honed in on it, the past couple months. And I see the benefits myself, which is why I'm a believer in it. But it's just all about strengthening the foot and making sure that essentially all of your pressure is distributed on the outside edge of the foot with your big toe still connected to the ground, and keeping your inside ankle bone high, which will inevitably cause what they call the bow, which is a 22.5 degree outward shin angle. And this just distributes the weight, all the force that athletes take and all the force that we take as, normal human beings. It distributes that force correctly through the chain, right? So they also claim that you want to be back chain dominant. meaning that, your glutes, hamstrings, your lumbar spine, like all of that should be more active than your front chain. And I could go on and on. They've got all these little details. I think I'm probably, if people are listening, I might be losing the viewer's attention at this point, which is why I'll kind of hurry it up and expedite it. But
essentially, could use some education.
Essentially, it's just a way for the human body to move. And a lot of the GOATA connoisseurs and believers think that we have gotten away from that because of external pressures, whether it's the tight toe box shoes that we wear. They believe that some of the Western weightlifting ideals and practices that we do with putting so much weight into our heels and doing stuff like that has gotten us away from how the human body is supposed to move. So, like I said, I have seen some really good improvements in ultimately strengthening the bottom of my foot, the plantar fascia, and making sure that that's where everything starts for me, and it is able to be distributed throughout my body. But it all starts with the foot. And GOATA has some great ideas and great things that I follow, but I don't agree fully with them. And I kind of just pick up things here and there from what I like, what I don't like, and that's kind of what I move with. But I know I'm very long-winded on most.
No, you're good, dude.
No,
like
good, man.
I am as a
cool.
person. I like
and like
explain
for those listening too, like in the running back room, we have all types of random devices that either Will's brought in or we grabbed from the training room or Saquon's brought in or somebody gifted Saquon, and we'll just leave around. And during the meetings, like we're still paying attention, but we'll all be in these like poses, just trying to get a good stretch or get the body right. We'll be like Will's saying, like bowed out we're trying to figure out the right way to move. And so, hey, I mean, feeling good. Like Will's gonna find that 1%. Will's gonna find that 1%. So
winning edges, man. It's winning edges.
No long-windedness, bro. That's part of what makes you you. So gotta let the people know.
No doubt, that is me. I do love to talk. AJ knows too. AJ knows.
We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get into crypto today, or else we'll be here for the whole day.
What should I buy? Just one quick one. What should I buy?
I mean, I think we all know the right XRP, and make sure you get it before October. I'm telling you. AJ's laughing over there. I do not give any financial advice. Whatever the disclaimer is, I can't be held accountable for any.
I am not a fadoosh.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not a fadoosh.
XRP. Get into XRP right now.
All right. If you a true Eagles fan, buy XRP for our boys.
Amen.
Hey, it's going to the moon now.
It's going to the moon, man. We flying to the moon, man.
Oh, it's going. Oh man. Hey, you know who's not an Eagles fan and who does not like Philadelphia? Nick Hampton. Don't know the guy personally, but I don't know if you guys saw this. He came to Philadelphia. He's the linebacker for the Rams, and he was ruled out sick because he had a bad Philly cheesesteak.
He didn't go to Shay's.
I don't know where he didn't go to Shay's Steaks. He didn't go to Shay's Steaks. That's where you got to go if you want.
Or maybe Scott got him. Maybe Scott knew and got him.
Yeah, he went somewhere. It's a due to illness after eating bad cheesesteak, and he posted a picture. It's like never eating cheesesteak again, like from the hospital, bro.
It's not.
That's crazy.
I feel bad for the dude, but no, that's kind of funny.
Will, I want your take on this. Me and Will Ship, we'll stay out of it, but you're our NFL hot takes guy. New York Giants announced that Jackson Dart's going to start this week. You are our qualified fan and representative. What is the fan take?
The fan take is, yes, they do need to make a change. They're 0-3, but I was hoping that change would be Jameis Winston. I'm a huge Jameis Winston guy. I find him very entertaining. I feel like sometimes when you throw quarterbacks in too early, it can be a problem, and then especially in an area or a team and a fan base like New York where they're going to be quick to be like, this guy sucks, and then, you're a young player, you don't want to, like, that's tough to hear from and bounce back from, some people are built different on that, but I'm a big believer in the development side of things with quarterbacks. That's what we do in Green Bay, and it's worked out pretty well for us. So But I'm a Jackson Dart guy, and let him cook. Like let the boy sling it. Like he's a dog. Like there's no doubt about that. But just overall, like I hope the best for him. I hope it's not too early.
Yeah, that room, I will say, like the running back room for us is an awesome time. Like, we have great conversations, great vibes here on the Eagles. I just feel like that room in New York, like I don't know, maybe quarterbacks are different, but those three personalities, like they have to just have such a funny vibe in that room.
Which one's crazier, the Browns or the Giants? You think?
I think the Giants is more fun. Like I
Yeah,
just feel like
I'd rather be in the Giants. I feel like the
I
Browns
just feel
have
like
to be
it's a
kind of
fun
hostile
vibe.
right now.
Like I feel like honestly they're like okay, like maybe I'm not starting, but like they're just joking. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just seems like it'd be a good vibe.
When Jameis was eating the W off of Jackson Dart's hand.
Here you go.
Yeah, that was good.
Bro, Lane Kiffin's been in the news.
I saw that.
I saw
Did
that.
which one did you see?
Oh, I saw that his daughter like became Instagram official with Weeks, who's like one of the like those psycho white linebackers that like he comes off as that crazy dude that everybody roots for.
And they play them this week.
I know. And then did you see what Lane Kiffin tweeted?
What do you say?
Take
He
the
said
over.
take the over. He said take the over. So I don't know. I don't know who's got the winning edge there. Like is Weeks like doing that to get in Lane Kiffin's head, or is Lane Kiffin, is that a psyop? Is that a double agent there? Like, is his daughter like ride or die for pops, or I don't know.
Nah, bro, I feel like it's gotta be Favor's gotta be in the dude.
Weeks, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I would take that either, but I think Lane Kiffin always just does a great job of, taking things lightly, and whether his daughter's dating a LSU kid or whatever, like he's able to throw a tweet in there, say take it the over.
Yeah.
He doesn't really take
One
anything.
thing I learned is he'll shoot a shot.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Didn't he slide into Sidney Thomas's DMs?
Yeah. Did you see that? I don't know.
He does not care.
So do you know? What is that? I don't even know what the show is, but it's some show. I just saw the clip, but they're in the cold tub.
With like Kevin Hart, like it's
Not
like cold
it's
interviews or
show, I
something.
think, because there's a bunch of like, I don't know what it is, but they're in the cold tub, and the guy asks Cindy Thomas like, "What's the craziest celebrity DM you've gotten?" And she's like, "Lane Kiffin."
Didn't he swipe up and say like roll tide or something?
Yeah, swiped up and said "Roll Tide," but he's a coach for Ole Miss.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Fun stuff.
yeah, guys got a game. Well, speaking of some college football, Clemson does play Boston College in a couple weeks. I'm feeling like
I don't even want to lose any more money.
we won't talk.
Are you guys gonna do a sweatshirt bet or something? Like you gotta wear opposite person's gear?
It's a lose-lose for everyone. I think we both kind of gave up after BC lost to Stanford and Clemson. Who did you guys just lose to?
Well, they lost to Georgia Tech when y'all lost to Stanford, and we were both like, "Oh, we're done." And then they go to lose to Syracuse the week after. So we are 1-3, 0-2 in the ACC, and off to a slow start.
It's a tough year for the alum.
Yeah.
Tough year
for us at least. For us.
That's fair. The Florida State guys are fired up.
Yeah.
All right, but we do have this segment. We like to close out with every week. We do a little predictions for the week. We pick like the closest 5 games or some good ones, and it's no over or under, just like who you think will win. I came back last week. I went 4-1 last week, I think.
Okay.
And so the current standings: Will's at 8-7. I'm at 6-9, and we've had 2 guests. We have 2 guests. Jihad did pretty well, and then we had our guy Nick. Nick's timepieces a couple episodes before. So the guest score overall is 2-8. So you guys gotta get back at least 500.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if you know ball after this week.
For sure.
All right. So we got Notre Dame at Arkansas.
Notre Dame.
I'm gonna go Arkansas.
I'm on Notre Dame.
Okay. USC at Illinois.
USC like Trojan.
Yeah,
South
yeah.
California.
Southern California. Big Ten.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go USC.
I'm gonna go Illinois.
I'm on USC.
All right, the main one should be College Game Day. LSU at Ole Miss.
I'm
me
Kiffin all
LSU.
the way, baby. Kiffin.
Oh,
Ole
going
Miss.
Lane.
Ole Miss. Let's go.
I'm on LSU.
LSU, baby.
I'm on
Come
LSU
on.
for this one.
All right.
Oregon at Penn State. This one's tough.
That is tough.
I'm gonna go Penn State. I
Yeah.
feel like they get the edge playing at home.
At Penn State, I'm going Penn State too.
Penn State, big game. Liam Clifford.
All right, last one. Alabama at Georgia. Georgia, go Dogs.
Yeah, I'm taking the hedges. Go Dogs.
Hold on. At Georgia, yeah, Georgia. Honestly, it wouldn't matter where it's at. Georgia for sure.
Who's your biggest rival in college?
Syracuse.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But wasn't Syracuse whooping y'all every year?
No, they definitely
You
weren't.
kind of have your number. I don't know what it is with Syracuse, but
No, I mean it was always a close game, and it never should have been a close game, but it always was for some reason. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a rivalry though, because we were 3-0 against them, but South Carolina, yeah, I'm glad y'all caught that. But yeah, it's South Carolina during my time for sure.
I love it. Well, hey man, we appreciate you. I know
man.
you're on the recovery grind and enjoying the off day, so definitely appreciate you coming on the pod and joining us. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of people in the comments and excited about having you. Is there anything else you got going on besides? I know you're all ball and recovery. Anything else you got coming up? Anything that people should know about or be looking out for or anything like that?
No, nothing in particular. Yeah, just excited to get back here soon and start balling with the guys again. But I appreciate you guys taking time out, having me on.
Yeah,
Been tuning into Dillon for a while,
Yeah.
so
Let's go.
love it.
to finally get me on here, I was pumped. So I appreciate
bought
you.
in.
I appreciate you guys a lot, man.
Love
All right,
it.
Will, you got the outro. Will
I got the
Toonen.
outro.
Let me hear it.
All right, I've been working on this, Will, so it's been a little brutal, but thank y'all for tuning into Dillon. We appreciate you guys listening. Please interact with us. Like, subscribe, comment down below. We read everything, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Perfect.
That was
Killed it.
smooth.